There we are, live. YouTube, what's going on, YouTube? I am so excited for this impromptu live right now. It's one of the things I'm doing on this channel. Mostly, I'm doing podcast interviews, of course, and videos, produced videos. But from time to time, I do these impromptu lives, and that's what this is. I'm going to be taking your questions live, right here in the chat. Now, if you're watching this and this is like already happened and it's the next day or whenever, and you want your question answered, go ahead and put that in the comments below, and that could be the topic of the next live video. I'm going to be answering a couple from the previous video here coming up, and also taking your questions here in this live chat. But let me know in the chat, where are you watching from? Where are you in the world? We have viewers from all over the world. I'm incredibly grateful for your support. It means so much to me. And let me know, where are you watching from? And also, do you have any guest suggestions? I love checking out your guest suggestions. There's quite a few people I've interviewed on this channel that originated from guest suggestions. I mean, it's incredible. There's some really fascinating stories out there from people that have overcome the odds in life, including, of course, lottery winners. Within the last few days, I think I mentioned this last week. Within the last few days, I have interviewed people that have collectively won jackpots of over $200 million. So, I mean, that's I just realized that. I thought that was kind of interesting, but it's many other people as well. I actually have an interview that's going to be released most likely tomorrow with someone that won a prize package, an Oprah Winfrey prize package. In fact, a biggest fan, Oprah Winfrey's biggest fan, and she very much believes in manifestation and that sort of thing. And she won this package, but her story is really interesting. So watch for that tomorrow, as well as quite a few new lottery winner interviews. But right now, what's happening in the world of lottery? There's not just lottery that we're covering on this channel, but it is one of the topics, of course. But right now, as we speak, this Friday, Mega Millions in the United States, $203 million. This jackpot is like going up. It's skyrocketing very quickly. Euro Millions, look out for that. 130 million euro up for grabs this week. That is so much money. 130 million euro. What would you do with that much money? I can think of 130 million things to do with that much money. This Friday, Lotto Max in Canada, 70 million. And that's actually, I believe, tax-free as well. Saturday in the United States, Powerball, $262 million. That is a lot of money. Lotto 649 in Canada, 36 million. Mega Sena in Brazil, 65 million. Oh my gosh, there's so many millions up for grabs all around the world. Are you playing the lottery? What is your strategy? What would you do? What will you do if you win? Because it is always possible. I meet and interview people all the time. Hello, Crystal K. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the chat, in this live chat. Your experience was the same. Okay. So first of all, as I promised, I do want to get to a couple questions from the previous live before I jump into questions from this live chat. And so if you're watching this and it's already happened, put your questions below, and that could be the topic of the next live chat. So let's get to it. Jakato Rosom asks, Timothy, are you publishing a book? When is that going to come out? How much is that? Jakato Rosom, thank you for your question. So I have been working on this book for quite a while. I don't know when it's going to come out. My hope is the end of this year, the beginning of the next year. As far as a price, I have no idea. I haven't even thought about that. But I'm excited to tell my story in that format. So thank you so much for your question. Essie, hi, Timothy. Did the meaning of, this is actually from this chat before it went live. This person was in the chat and commented, and I promised that I would get to this person's question. So this person is asking, Essie, hi, Timothy. Did the meaning of time change for you after winning the lottery? As they say that time is the most valuable thing. So I think it has. I think it definitely has over the years. Well, not only over the years, but I mean, the meaning of time really has changed. I think if you win, or even if you don't win, if you retire if you retire from a job, a profession, I think you spend a lot of time, no pun intended, thinking about time and if you have time to do whatever you want to do. I mean, it really changes a lot of things. That's one thing everybody asks: is the lottery a blessing or a curse? And I think for a lot of people, it's somewhere in between. For most people, it's mostly positive. For me, it was mostly positive, but everybody's different, and who you were before, I think, can be amplified. So who you are, it doesn't change who you are; it just changes your ability to do things. From my experience, and most of the people that I have met. And I can talk about time from a quantum physics perspective and all of that as well, which is totally different. And that's really interesting because a lot of people think that time, well, science is showing that time doesn't even exist really. But you can't tell that to your boss if you have to be somewhere for a job, that's for sure. But a lot of people do believe that, and science shows that time does not exist. So that's really interesting. And if that's true, I mean, then this moment right now is what matters. So history, the history that we know, everything, it's like it's all happening now according to quantum physics. It's happening now, everything all at once. That's pretty crazy to think about. Okay, let's get to okay. Looks like the countdown timer is stuck. What is the countdown timer? I'm in Toronto. Yes, Lotto Max is tax free in Canada, but 70 million is the cap. So we can't win billions like in the USA. Crystal K. Well, Crystal K, one thing though that is, I think, pretty awesome about Canadian, in Toronto, if you're playing the lottery, is I believe it's tax free. So yeah, just as you mentioned, I mean, that's pretty awesome. So if you win, say the sticker prize in the United States is 2 billion. So let's say it's 204 billion, which was one from a ticket sold last November. And there's been a lot of attention on that. World's largest jackpot ever, but that's the annuitized prize. So the 2.04 billion is the annuitized prize if you take it over a period of years. So most lottery winners in the United States will take half of it right away and then invest it. And it's also taxed, which, so the actual prize of what was received in that instance was 600 and something million dollars, which is still an incredible amount of money, but yeah, it's amazing. Let's get to a couple more questions here. So from the previous live, let's get to a question. What okay, what can be done? What more can be done to become anonymous? This is from Shipra Obor, and I'm probably mispronouncing that. I apologize. What can be done to become anonymous as a lottery winner in a state where winners have to be revealed? California Lottery did what they could for the $2 billion winner in keeping his privacy, and yet it wasn't enough. Surely changes will be made in the future concerning this, and that's a question. So I certainly cannot speak for anyone representing the California Lottery because I don't represent the California Lottery. But that story is really interesting. And the topic of claiming a prize publicly versus anonymously is also very interesting and very relevant to so many people playing the lottery. There are many countries and some states in the United States that allow you to claim prizes anonymously. I mean, France, for example, that's one of them. I could go on and on. There's many places in many states as well. And then a lot of states in the United States have different rules. So you might be able to claim it under a trust, an LLC, or a business and do it that way. But other places do not allow you to maintain privacy. In California, they have to reveal the name of the winner. They're trying to show the accountability. They want to maintain the credibility of the game and show that people are actually winning. So I can understand both sides of the argument. I interviewed a former lottery director actually who commented about that, and he emphasized what he felt was the importance of showing that people actually are winning these games. So I can see both sides of it, but I also understand people that want to remain anonymous, especially if you win, $1 billion. Okay. Hey, Tim, do you still play the lottery once in a while? Melvin Camelin 77. Not very often, Melvin, but I will if something inspires me, because I do know it's possible to play. Possible to win if you play, I should say. Florida gives you anonymity for 60 days, says Herbert Scott. Hi from Spain. Oh, hey, thank you so much for watching from Spain. And I think I saw, let me see. Did I see a super earlier that I missed? Hopefully not. What would you do different? What would you do differently if you were to win again? Jenia David. Jenia David. What would I do differently if I were to win again? I mean, I would know. I could take all my pearls of wisdom that are stuck up here from the years, and I would use that to I don't know. I mean, I would know exactly what to do because I do know exactly what, in my opinion, what someone should do if you win a major lottery jackpot. But I can't say that I have regrets, though. I can't say that, but I do know that I would certainly know what to do. I'd have to do a lot less research. Timothy, I love your videos. Keep up the good work. Sending you positive vibes from Chicago. Ruben C, thank you so much for your support from Chicago. I really, really appreciate that. Don't give up, y'all. Keep playing, says Alicia Jones. Okay, Sorrel Fraser is in the chat. So Sorrel Fraser is also a lottery winner, and that interview was released 2 or 3 weeks ago. She won the postcode lottery in England. But yeah, I'm so excited. She's a huge supporter of this channel. Timothy, what 5 things would be on your bucket list? What 5 things? So, Sorrel Fraser, thank you so much. I don't know if I can speak about 5 things, but I do know I love to travel. So, definitely traveling. And one thing, if I won $2 billion, I think I might consider going to space, going up there. It's something that people sell. People are selling now. You can buy a trip to outer space. I think that would be incredible. Okay, but I'm sure Tim is still a millionaire. Melvin Camellan. Quick pick, says Zion. I keep getting very close every time. I just need some more positive energy and vibes. Timothy, thank you for all your inspiration. New house, car, investments, a star. LOL. Kim Hayes. Kim Hayes, I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Let me know, where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? And what guest suggestions do you have? As I mentioned a few minutes ago, I have interviewed collectively people that have won collectively over $200 million in lottery jackpots within the last few days. And I'm speaking with many others that have won major, major prizes as well. But it's not just lottery winners that I'm interviewing on this channel. I have an interview coming up with a dream expert, spirituality, consciousness expert, someone else that tomorrow, actually, this interview is coming out with someone that strongly believes in manifestation and that sort of thing. And she won Oprah Winfrey's biggest fan contest. So she got to share what it was like to meet Oprah and what that experience was like. How do you prepare for your interviews? BB. Thank you for your question, BB. I do, research on everybody that I interview, and I usually come up with a list of questions and I write them down. I literally write them down. But oftentimes, I don't necessarily refer to the list because when you're interviewing somebody, if you're listening to what they're saying, then that sparks more questions and I just kind of let the conversation naturally. I try to lead it, but I let it flow naturally as well. Oh my gosh, a $5 super from D27A4G63T. Wow. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And that, for people that don't know, the supers, they're like, why does this lottery winner need? Well, I'm not going to give them money, but the supers, basically this goes to help support the channel. There are costs involved, including editing and people helping me behind the scenes and licensing and so forth. So it goes to help support the channel. And I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful. So thank you so much. And D27A is saying, I hit 3 of the 5 white balls in the Mega Millions on the 13th. I believe ticket is for a 2-week period, and other wins. Getting closer. See you soon. That is awesome. Well, congratulations. 3 of the 5. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Congratulations. And definitely, I look forward to seeing you soon. I love it. And thank you so much for your generous support for this channel and for your comment. That is really cool. And If you watching, any of you, have a story of overcoming the odds, even if it's not a lottery win, but especially if it is, but even if it's not, or a story that you think might be a good fit for this channel, email my team. Email my team for consideration. I will put a link to that email address below. The Euro jackpot is 60 million and it's mine tomorrow, says Melvin. Minnie the Fly Nerd, I always say you got to play to win. Congrats on your coming win, Alicia. Awesome. Well, you do have to be in it to win it. I, it's a cheesy cliche line, but I said that years ago. In it to win it. You can't win if you don't play, right? What are the lessons you've learned after winning? Prez, thank you for your question. The lessons that I've learned, I mean, I've learned so many lessons, life lessons, like we all do. For me, my path was a little different than some people, but the lessons I've learned a lot about, obviously, how money can change relationships or not change relationships, how money can change life or not change life. Those are probably some of the biggest things, and that's a really general answer, but it's the if I really truly were to answer in detail, it would take up, this whole live. It's an excellent question. Thank you very much. Okay. What is your max deadlift? My max deadlift, it depends. Depends if I'm on the juice. Depends if I'm on the juice. Today I did Muay Thai. So, Tim, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? That is a really good question, Sorrel Fraser. Sorrel Fraser comes in with the best questions. Tim, if you have a superpower, what would it be? My superpower, what would it be? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna think on that one. Maybe to be happy every single day. And I don't know that that's a superpower. There are some people that are happy every single day. I think happiness is really, really important to strive for that because life is too short. Every day matters. Every second matters. I mean, it really does. Make a predictions video, please. Fun for kids. Thank you for the suggestion. So, do you mean prediction about lottery numbers or prediction about something that might happen? Teleport around the universe. Matthew Barnes, that is a superpower. I interviewed someone that is a renowned remote viewer 2 or 3 years ago, and he saw a bombing that was going to take place in the UK before it happened, I believe. But that sort of thing is really interesting, as well as a couple scientists who have interviewed people that have had out of body experiences. And I've had some experiences that were pretty interesting. So it's an interesting topic. It's being content no matter. Okay. Hey, Timothy, when you bought the winning ticket, how and why did you know that it was the winning one? How come you simply knew that was the one? Michael Tosimak. I might be mispronouncing your last name. If so, I apologize. So I mean, that's just how I felt. That's what my gut told me, my intuition. That's just how I felt. So how and why do you feel things? How and why do you know? How and why are you thinking about somebody and then they text you? How and why is somebody on your mind and you get a phone call or a situation? I mean, that type of thing I think is pretty common, and that's the way I felt about that. Mexico here, Ricardo Shilly Shally. Thank you for watching from Mexico. Thank you for your support from Mexico. I really appreciate it. Melvin, looking forward to meeting you because he was aligned and resonating to win. Hey, Timothy, when you bought the winning ticket, oh my gosh, Allure Nothing with the $5 super. Thank you so much. Allure Nothing. It's Allure Something. You are not Allure Nothing. You are Allure Something. And the $5 super is very generous of you. Thank you very much. Who says, I won twice in one day, Casp Pop for $350 and Pick 3 for $500. My goal is to pay off my house. Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for the generous super as well. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate your support. It really means a lot. Thank you. I'm going to win the Powerball soon, says Marlo Lavish. Tim, before you won the lottery, is there anything you had wished to do that you were when you were able to do because your lottery win and wouldn't have otherwise done without having the money? So you're asking before you won the lottery, is there anything that you had wished to do that you were then able to do because of your lottery win? And okay, I don't know if I completely understand the question, but I can say before, is there anything that you were able to do because of your lottery win and would not otherwise have done? I mean, there's so many things that I did because of the lottery win that I would not have been able to do if I had not won. I mean, first thing that I did, of course, was buy the latest, greatest video game system because that's something I couldn't afford. And as 21 years old, that's where my mindset was. So I was like, this is awesome. Now I can afford to play Legend of Zelda and all these other games. It was really incredible. It was really incredible. But traveling, to answer your question, traveling, I mean, I was truly trying to put myself through college. I was working 40, 60 hours a week. So to just be able to pay for that, I mean, that was really, really crazy. Prez with the $11 super. Prez, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prez. That is so kind of you. I really appreciate your support. That means so much. Thank you very much for your support. Hello, Timothy from Poland, Maniac. Oh, Steven Laster with the 9.99 super. Steven, you have to love the 9.99. Thank you very much. That is so kind of you. That is so kind of you. That really means a lot. And Stephen Laster is saying, I can't wait to win either the Mega Millions, Powerball, or Lotto Texas so I can finally retire and focus solely on my education and growing my family. Wow. Well, it's definitely possible, Stephen, but I hope that those things are definitely very important, but I hope in addition to that you'll come onto this podcast because we're definitely going to want to talk to you. But thank you so much for your generous super, and I wish you good luck. It is possible. It is possible. And for anyone watching this, never spend more than you can afford, but it is possible. So it's fun to dream about the what if, because the what if can become a reality. It is possible. And it does happen. I mean, it really does. Ohio, Barbie doll Marley. I love that name too. There's a new Barbie movie. I saw a trailer for that. I don't know who's into movies here. Were you still in college when you won? You probably had a lot of attention towards you during class. No, Matt. Matt, thank you for your question. I was, I temporarily stopped everything I was doing shortly after winning. I had to take a pause and sort of recalibrate my life and figure out what my path was. So I took a pause on everything. And you're absolutely right. There was a lot of attention. So I had to sort of step back and reassess. And I actually ended up moving and doing all kinds of things. What were some of your biggest splurges after you won? Jenia David. Jenia David, what were some of my biggest splurges? So, new vehicles, real estate. I would say those are some of I helped a lot of people that I cared about and some that I didn't even know, but I did a lot of things like that. Greetings from Germany, Larry Malcolm X. Greetings from, yes, Deutschland. I love Germany. Thank you so much from watching from Germany. I really appreciate that. Can't wait for the new videos. Love this channel. Thank you very much. That means so much. I'm so excited to release this podcast interview tomorrow with someone who won Oprah Winfrey's biggest fan prize. So watch for that. Watch for that tomorrow. And I have several new interviews with lottery winners, of course, coming up too. Hi, Timothy. Thanks for the channel and inspiration. I cannot wait to win so I can be interviewed by you here. I believe I'm going to win both the Powerball and the Mega Millions. Love to everyone. Jay Ray. Jay Ray, love to you. Thank you so much for your support. And that is possible. That would be incredible and it probably will happen eventually that someone wins both the Powerball and the Mega Millions. It probably will happen eventually. That's incredible. And I meet so many people, of course, that I don't necessarily listen. Not necessarily. I don't listen to the odds. I just don't. I I don't. I've never believed them. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Do you ever feel discouraged when you did not win leading up to the winning moment? Mike Keys. I don't know. I mean, probably a little bit, but I only spent what I could afford, and it wasn't a lot. It was usually one ticket at a time, once a week, sometimes twice a week, and I believed that it was going to happen eventually. That was me. Some people think that's coincidence, but a lot of people think that that's not. But that's how I thought. So, you know, if not today, then tomorrow. That's how I thought, and at least I knew that I had a chance when I played. So, did you wait to turn in your ticket to the lottery office, or go right away? So, I don't think I waited too long, but it was definitely a little bit because I wanted to get the help of experts to help me behind the scenes before going in there to claim the ticket, because I had no idea what to do with that sort of thing. And the first thing I was told was to put it in a safety deposit box or someplace secure, which I thought was very, very good advice. And that's what I would say to anyone that wins a major prize, if it's a physical ticket. If it's a physical ticket, because that can be kind of a liability walking around with a ticket worth millions of dollars. I got it all planned out for when I win the lottery. Alicia Jonas. Alicia Jonas is not fooling around. She has a plan. It's my birthday today. Can you wish me good luck? Sally. Sally, happy birthday, Sally. Yes, we have someone with a birthday in this live chat, and it's Sally. Let's wish Sally a happy birthday. Hey Timothy, can you interview Mark Houghton again? He talked about doing another last stream. He talked about doing another interview last stream, Mr. Romero. Mr. Romero, thank you for the suggestion. Yes, I've interviewed Mark Houghton a couple times on this channel, and he's very, very interesting. He's very much into manifestation, spirituality, quantum physics, and he has a YouTube channel here I mean, obviously we're on YouTube, but yeah, he's a very interesting person. So thank you for this suggestion. Here comes the happy birthday for Sally. Everyone's wishing Sally a happy birthday. Awesome. This week I won the lottery 3 times, $1 each. Though it's great, but I'm happy and annoyed. I want the big potato. Ricardo Shilly Shally. Well, the big potato is totally possible, Ricardo. Thank you for sharing, and congrats on. I mean, you won 3 times, so that's something. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna win the lottery I deserve, especially all that I've been through and still going through. Alicia Jones. Well, I wish you good luck, Alicia. It is possible. It is possible. I definitely send positive energy to you. What's up, Timothy? When will we get new interviews? Love your channel, bro. Horse Soldier 19D. Horse Soldier. Wow. I have not seen that name before, but yes, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your questions. So there's a new interview coming tomorrow. I'm actually trying to it's become a priority in my mind to put out more interviews more often, because it's really what I love doing, and I know that's what a lot of people want to see. I'm still going to release videos that are not interviews, of course, but I love interviewing people. And so you can watch for probably at least one per week for the foreseeable future, and eventually probably more than that. But thank you so much for your question. Thank you, Timothy. I'm so ready. Well, yeah, of course. Yes, thank you so much. How do you find a lawyer that I trust when I win anonymously? Does the lottery office provide financial advisors and accountants as well? Jenia David. Jenia, thank you for your question. That really depends upon where you win, because some places, especially some countries, will provide you with advice and financial, people to help you with that sort of thing. But for a lot of places in the United States, they will give you suggestions, but they'll refer people, but I still think it's better. It's up to you. It's up to you to find someone in the United States, is my understanding. At least it was for me. And so, I think, how do you find somebody? Look around, do your research, find people that have a track record, that have been doing it for years and years with the exact same situation that you are in. It doesn't have to be someone that's represented lottery winners before, but people that have represented others that have that same amount of wealth or money, or, you know, what are your goals? Everyone's goals are differently. And there's many different types of attorneys too. So, and beyond that, if you're looking for a financial advisor, what is their track record? How much are they charging? I mean, I made a whole video about how to find a financial advisor. So you can check that on my channel, because it's really an in-depth topic and I could take up the whole live talking about that, but it's an excellent question. Thank you very much. World Walker with a $5 super. World Walker, thank you very much. That means the world to me. So World Walker, thank you very much. Tim, when you said you don't believe in odds and never have my hair stood on end, the air feels electric. There was a lot of energy in that statement. World Walker, thank you very much. I'm glad that that resonated with you. That I'm really glad to hear that. Thank you very much. And I do not believe in odds. And I mean, some people do. They exist they're interesting. One in however many people this will happen to. You have a better odds of this happening than that happening. But it doesn't. It, if you think like that, it can be kind of limiting too. I believe that with anything, it is possible. And if you believe that it is possible, then it's possible to. I mean, think about it. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And I think that there's a lot of truth in that. I think there's a lot of truth in that to a large extent. Timothy, I already got my lawyer who I'm going to call. I want Kurt. Okay. Well, Alicia Jonas is really ready. She has already got her lawyer ready. Sometimes I worry about, should I tell my family and friends or not? I don't my relationships to get weird. I also affirm that money positively affects my relationships. Mimi the fly nerd. Yeah, I mean, it can change some relationships. It depends upon who surrounds you, where you live, who you are as a person, how much you win. All of these things factor into, and also on top of that, whether you claim the prize publicly or anonymously. I'm sure that's a factor as well. All these things probably matter in how the money can change relationships. But even if you claim it anonymously, your relationships can be changed with those around you, because all of the sudden, for a lot of people anyway, you become this outlier. You become this, just because you won the lottery does not mean that your peers and the people that surround you, your friends, your family, whoever's around you, it doesn't mean that they won the lottery. You can help them. And maybe you're just really, really wealthy, and all of a sudden you win the lottery, and you're still going to be wealthy and the people around you are wealthy. But a lot of times that's not the case. So in that sense, it can change relationships. It's very true. Do you, do you, but a lot of people treated me the same and were very supportive. So I can't say that changes all relationships either. It's complicated. It's complicated. Do you compete professionally in Muay Thai or just stay healthy? If you do compete professionally, do you deck everyone? Thank you for the question. I do not compete in Muay Thai professionally. I would be open to like some sort of crazy social media match or something, but professionally, no way. Nope, I'm not there. Maybe someday I could. I mean, I know I could. It's always possible. But I love it. I just do it because it's a challenge mentally and physically, and I just love it. So I believe anything is possible. I've always wanted a house, but because of my disability, I can't do much. I have a rare disability. Only 70 people have it, but I managed to make 200,000 pounds and buy a house solely. Wow. Well, solely, thank you so much. That's inspiring. Thank you so much for your comment. If you won this Friday's 70 million Lotto Max, how much would you spend and how much would you invest? Sean Martin. Sean Martin, that's a really good question. I mean, I would invest if it were me and I won 70 million this Friday, I would probably invest the majority of it of course. But if you win a lottery jackpot, you're probably going to want to splurge and go buy some things, but I would probably try to invest a lot of it. And I would probably meet with a financial advisor and take their advice as to what to do. Like, what are your goals? Do you want to live off of it? Do you want it to grow? Those are two very different things. Respect Tim. Muay Thai. Muay Thai is the best. Melvin. Oh, awesome. You're a fan of Muay Thai. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I had a dream about numbers, four numbers, and recently I had a dream again of two numbers. I am playing these six numbers for a while. Well, I wish you good luck. It's really interesting when people win the lottery after having a dream about specific numbers. I did not dream about specific numbers, but some people do. Some people do. And then for some people, they win the next day, literally the next day. And other people, maybe it's 2 decades later. And then it hits the media because the media always picks up or typically picks up on these stories. And it's really interesting. I certainly try to cover them all on this channel. How do they vacuum the amount that they would keep if you act for the lump song? I think you're asking what happens to the other amount of money. Like in the United States, there's the annuity and then there's the lump sum. So if the jackpot is $100 million and that's the sticker price, and you buy a ticket and you win that jackpot, then you can choose the annuity, the $100 million, and then you're taxed off of that. It's given to you over something like 29 or 30 years, or you can choose half of it right away, which a lot of people do because for one reason, you can grow it quicker with investments. But yeah, I just got okay, here we go. Money. So what happened? You're asking what happens to the other amounts, of money. Well, it's in this really low interest rate annuity is what it's in with the lottery. So they basically, my understanding is that they are able to, they give you half of that. I actually asked former er, a former lottery director about that question, and he was able to answer in a very detailed, interesting, and knowledgeable answer, way more than I can give. And I would recommend that. You can check that on the channel. He's given away, I think it's a billion in prizes, but that interview came out a few months ago. But you can check that out with the former lottery director, and he went into great detail about that. Do you meditate? Jocelyn Woolums. Thank you for your question, Jocelyn. I do meditate. Yes, I do. I believe, and I'm very much into prayer, which is arguably a form of meditation, depending upon how you do it. But I'm very much into that. Visualization, meditation. I find really astonishing results when I do that. I feel more balanced, and if you can see something in your mind, and I believe it goes beyond that, it goes to this consciousness that we're all connected to. And if you're not into that and you're watching this, that's okay with me. I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything, but that was the question. Will money advisors delay billing until after you claim the win? J.A. Well, I think there are different pay structures for different financial advisors. I mean, I know there are. So I would definitely understand that and shop around a little bit. There are different structures. Some people go off of a commission, and which I don't think is a good idea, but that is what some people do. And other people do a flat rate. So, okay. Hi, Timothy. What do you think about casinos? Tony, thank you for your question. I think casinos can be a lot of fun. I mean, if I go to Las Vegas, I'll gamble a little bit in the casino, but I'm not a huge gambler personally. But if you are and you're watching this, I have more respect for you. I interviewed a professional poker player once who was in the World Series of Poker, and I've interviewed someone that won, I think it was 2 million. It might be more than that, but he won a major prize on a slot machine. And I've interviewed several other people who have won big in Las Vegas and different casinos. So I have nothing but respect for it, but I just do it for fun if I go. What is the feeling that you get when you hit the big one? The feeling that you get when you hit the big one. Well, everybody's different. For me, it was surreal. It felt like a movie. It felt like a dream. It felt like a dream. It was really, I mean, it just felt like a dream that I couldn't wake up from. Hi Tim, do you have multiple? Okay. If you won the lottery, would you still Oh, if I won the lottery, I would still eat KD. Okay. I can see it. I've been visualizing my needs being met, but hasn't come yet. Do you have any ideas how to manifest quicker? Lottery tickets or scratchers? Deborah Cleveland. Deborah, I've never won on a well, I can't say I've never won, but I've rarely played scratch tickets and I've never won a major prize on scratch tickets. So I can't really speak to that. But I do know people that have won major prizes on scratch tickets. It is possible. I report on these stories of people that win major prizes on scratch tickets in lottery news stories. So it does happen. If the last time you went to a tarot, okay, where is this question? Tarot. If you were to give one piece of advice when you win, what would you suggest? One piece of advice. Hmm. I would say try to stay grounded and seek the help of other people in a similar situation. That's a general answer, but I think that's what I would say. Let's go, Timothy. Nice to see you. Eric, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much. It's great to see you. Legend has it he's still asleep. LOL. Okay, I don't know who's sleeping. Somebody's sleeping. It's not me, though. We're here in this live impromptu chat. Could we hire you as an advisor when we win? Genia David. Well, I mean, yeah, we could talk about that. I love giving advice for free too, but I love meeting other lottery winners. I'm happy to help. It's sort of like a small club, but it's really not that small. It's really not that small. It's just that in a lot of places they don't let you're not really introduced to other lottery winners. And so that's one thing that's been so fulfilling to me about this YouTube channel and about this podcast is that I've gotten to meet many other people that have won the lottery because I wouldn't have other opportunities to do that otherwise. Although in some places, like there are some places in Europe where where that's not the case. They do have gatherings of lottery winners, like several lottery winners in one place, and then you get to meet other people and talk about your experiences. I think that would be awesome. Sunshine RV Travelers $5 super with the and says hiya with the I don't know if that's a cat or a fox, but I think it's a cat. Regardless, Sunshine RV Travelers, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. That is really, really kind of you. That really means so much. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you very much. How did you make out with the AI lottery numbers you got from the AI a few weeks back? Mocha. Vanilla Mocha. I did not win from Chat GPT Diablo. It did not happen. But I mean, I may have gotten a couple numbers. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look, but it wasn't anything significant if it did. But I can tell you one thing about that is that it's also interesting that with AI, that at least with that, it only goes up to a certain year. So its knowledge base isn't even up to date with what's happening within the last couple years, I believe. So that's interesting. There's someone that won in Thailand and claimed that they won from artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is really enhancing its ability so quickly, so quickly. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope that does not affect the lottery world too much. Do you believe in numerology? WeWorks. Do I believe in numerology? I'm open to it. I can't say that I really know that much about it. I think it's interesting when you have synchronicities and you're thinking about something, and then you s- you you're thinking about the number 22, for example, and then you see it and you just keep playing it. There's someone that won the lottery, a major prize, I believe in California a few years ago, and he was seeing all these numbers everywhere on receipts, on getting gas, all these places, and then he won. I believe it was that amount, but it was that day. It was really crazy. I agree with Mimi. I have a vivid dream when I sleep good and relax. Marina Pitt. Wow. Awesome. Usually, okay. So I only have a couple more minutes here. I'm going to get to a couple more questions. I love connecting with you guys live, impromptu live videos. Let me know where are you watching from in the world, and what are your guest suggestions. And if this is over and it's no longer live, put those below. Put those below in the comments because I love checking that out. If I'm if I'm not trying to get a lawsuit, was a person Tim? Okay. All right, money making. All right. Are you part of a secret society like Freemason, SE? Well, if it was secret, I don't know if I'd be talking about it in a live chat. It's interesting. That's interesting. So, but no, I'm not a part of that. But I find it very interesting. What was the most expensive purchase you made? Okay. I think I had Timothy. How many attempts you tried before getting lucky? How long does it take for trying? So I played consistently about once per week for a few months, and so that's what happened. That's what happened to me. And the question before, I do want to get to that too. Most expensive purchase, probably I don't know, real estate maybe way back in the day. I don't know. I think after I won, yeah. I sure meet the last time you went to a tarot reader, did any of what they said come true? Thank you for your question. Thank you for your question. So I have not seen a tarot reader. A few weeks ago, I saw a psychic. Someone gave a psychic reading to me as a gift, and some of you might be saying, "Well, that's total BS," pay a psychic. But I've had really incredible experiences. I know some very talented people that are psychics. So if someone comes to me and they've lost a loved one, for example, and they're seeking a psychic reading, I know the guy. But it's not just guys. There's plenty of women too that are excellent at it. But I did see this psychic a few weeks ago. It was given to me as a gift. So I was like, okay, I'll go see this person. I know nothing about this person. So they could be right on or they could be not, but I was open minded. But what they said to me, there's some incredible details for some people that had passed in my life, and for others, messages for other people with people that have crossed over. And I found it very interesting. Thanks for, and a lot of things, a lot of details that you would not know just by looking at somebody. And I don't believe they knew who I was because I did not book the reading. They didn't even have my name, I don't believe. Baltimore, thanks for doing this live. A lot of fun. Mimi, awesome. Thank you for watching from Baltimore. Baltimore. Can you interview the person in California who saw numbers everywhere? I would love to, Anne. Thank you for the suggestion. I would certainly love to. I did see hey, Tim, please interview Randy Rush for part 2. His interview was great, says Mario. Mario, thank you so much for the suggestion. I actually did interview Randy Rush a second time. It just hasn't been released yet on this channel yet, but it's coming because it's already been recorded. He's such an interesting person. He won 50 million in Lotto Max, but he's very interesting. Thank you so much for the suggestion. That interview is coming soon. Love the Cynthia Hicks interview, my favorite one. Awesome. Well, thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Tim, for the live stream. Tony, thank you for your support. What do you think will happen regarding Edwin Castro? Sorrel Fraser. Sorrel, thank you for your question. I do not know because I do not know. I just know the facts that were reported in the media. And I just released a video a couple days ago about the latest updates on that case. So he's the world record holder for the largest lottery jackpot ever in California. And there's a lawsuit that's been reported upon in media. So someone is claiming that they had the ticket stolen from them. And basically that's, I mean, I could talk all this whole live stream about that case, but all you have to do is go to my channel and you can find that video not too far down with the facts of what's actually been reported upon in the media. What do I think will happen with it? I honestly don't know because I don't know all the facts. I mean, I could say what I think will happen, but I just I just know what's been reported. So I know you have said it hundreds of times, but I'm 51 and a spendaholic, annuity or cash. Shannon Armstrong. That's an important question, Shannon Armstrong. That's a really important question. I really appreciate your support too. And I would say if you're 51, you love to spend money and you win a major jackpot, let's say 50 million tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Their lottery's Friday. Lots of lotteries on Friday. So hmm, I would say probably cash. But I would say more important than that, talk to a financial advisor, give them your goals, and they can give you a more a better answer to fit with your goals. Hey Timothy, I love your amazing podcast. This is amazing. You always ask your guests how much money they have left. Why don't you? Okay. No, I don't always ask that actually, Maximilian, because it's, it's sort some people, if they're interested in speaking about that, I will certainly ask them that. But, this channel is mostly positive. Positive. I'm very interested in how it changes life, how it changes relationships, what it was like to win, and look at it from a broad perspective. And so, like, if they're interested in speaking about that, I will certainly speak to them about that. But one of my main priorities is to get the most compelling, interesting interview possible and speak about what they want to speak about. Which reminds me, if anyone watching this channel has won a lottery jackpot or overcome the odds or has a story that you want considered for this podcast, email my team. I will put a link to that email address below for consideration. Thank you so much. Anything? Okay, I'm going to take one more question, and then I have to go for today. Have you? Okay. Hi, Tim. Hudson Santiago. Hi, Tim. Have you thought to do an interview with the oldest Powerball Mega Millions winners just for motivational purposes with the oldest? Hudson Santiago. I don't know. I mean, I'm open to interviewing anybody of any age, any age. I was one of the youngest. So I think I definitely have interest in interviewing some of the youngest winners also, but I'm interested in interviewing people of all ages, whether they're young or old, because it can happen, and it does happen at any and every age that you're able to play. I'm very excited about the coming now. And on top of that, I just want to add to that's an interesting dynamic, because if you win the lottery and you're 60 years old versus you win the lottery and you are 18, 19, 21, that's a totally, or at least potentially a different way in which it might affect your life. So it's very interesting. Give a breath of fresh air. Great channel. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'm so grateful for your support. Thank you for watching. Watch for new interviews coming soon. I will definitely be on here soon. New videos coming soon. Let me know your questions in the comments below this video. But wherever you are in the world, thank you so much for watching. Send your guest suggestions to the comments below as well. And be well, everybody. And I will see you soon.